So let's call this woman Sleepy. So one night, Sleepy's hanging out with her boyfriend, who we'll just call Boyfriend. And they're drinking a little wine together, they're doing a little puzzle, they got the music going, it's turning into a pretty fun night. And as the night goes on, things get a little goofy and they decide they're gonna play a little game of drunken hide and seek. And they play a little bit and then they think it'll be funny to have Boyfriend hide in the suitcase. So he gets the suitcase out and he climbs into it and Sleepy zips him up. And he's got just enough room he can poke a couple of fingers out if he needs to. And they laugh, because it's silly, but after a bit, Sleepy decides to go to bed. She goes upstairs and she lays down in her bed and she's been drinking, so she's tired and she goes to sleep. Now, Boyfriend is still downstairs in that suitcase. Now, fast forward a few hours and Sleepy's cell phone is buzzing and it wakes her up. And when she looks at the other side of the bed where Boyfriend should be sleeping, he isn't there. And then she remembers the game of hide and seek and the suitcase. So she immediately runs downstairs and she goes to check on the suitcase. And inside is Boyfriend and he's unresponsive and he's not breathing. So she panics and she calls 911.
Is he awake at all? Is he conscious at all?
No.
And then she does CPR on Boyfriend while she's waiting on paramedics to get there, but it's too late. Sadly, Boyfriend doesn't make it. Apparently his lungs couldn't expand enough to properly breathe while he was in the suitcase. So then the police comes and she gives her statement, which is basically just the story I just told you. That's the story she tells, and that's the story everyone believes. Until during the investigation, police are like, something doesn't add up. So they call her in for questioning. And at some point, they ask for her phone, which she willingly gives to them. So they search through her phone and they find some videos that tell a very different story. So let's rewind. So Sleepy and Boyfriend are drinking a little wine and they're doing a puzzle together. The night goes on and they decide to play drunken hide and seek. And they think it'll be funny for Boyfriend to get in the suitcase. So he gets in the suitcase, she zips him up, and they have a laugh. Then, after a period of time, he asks her to let him out. And Sleepy's like, no. And he asks several more times. And she just laughs at him, says, no, f*** you. So he's calling her name, pleading for her to let him out. Still, she says no. So he tells her he can't breathe. And she replies, that's what I feel like when you're cheating on me. Then, allegedly, she just leaves him in there for over 12 hours while she goes to bed. And prosecutors claim she did all this to punish him for allegedly mistreating her and cheating on her. And we have video of all of it because for some reason she decided to record the whole thing. And she was so drunk, she forgot she recorded it. So police arrest her, they charge her with second-degree murder, here's her mugshot, and her trial has yet to happen because she's had multiple lawyers withdraw themselves from her case because apparently she's impossible to get along with. I think she's gone through 6 or 7 lawyers now, no joke. And all this happened in Winter Park, Florida, so shout out to Florida.